You do not need motivation to brush your teeth. You never wake up fired up about it. You never watch a video to get pumped about it. You never tell yourself that tomorrow you will finally feel ready to brush your teeth. You just do it every single day without thinking, without deciding, without needing to feel anything at all. That is not a small thing. That is actually the most important thing, because what you just described is not a habit. It is discipline in its most complete form. The version where the behavior happens so automatically that motivation never even gets invited into the conversation. And here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. Motivation is not the foundation of discipline. It never was. Every system, every productivity guru, every self-improvement video telling you to find your why and get fired up and visualize your success is teaching you to build on a foundation that your brain specifically designed to be temporary. Motivation is an emotional state, and like every emotional state, your brain will not let it last, because sustaining that level of energy indefinitely would burn you out completely. The question was never, how do you get more motivated? The question was always, how do you build something that works when the motivation is completely gone? Here's how your brain actually works when it comes to behavior. Every action you take starts in the prefrontal cortex, the decision-making center of your brain. Every time you decide to do something, it costs mental energy. It requires conscious thought. It requires weighing options. And when motivation is low, that mental energy cost feels enormous, which is why everything feels hard when you don't feel like doing it. You're making a full conscious decision every single time. But neuroscientists have found that repeated behaviors gradually shift from the prefrontal cortex to a completely different part of the brain, called the basal ganglia. The basal ganglia is your habit center, and once a behavior lives there, it no longer requires a decision. It no longer requires motivation. It no longer requires you to feel ready. It just executes automatically, the same way brushing your teeth executes every morning without a single conscious thought. This process is called automaticity, and it's the only thing that separates people who show up consistently from people who only show up when they feel like it. The people you look at and think they must be naturally disciplined are not running on superior willpower. They're running on automaticity. They built the behavior so deep into their basal ganglia through repetition that motivation simply stopped being relevant. I spent a long time trying to manufacture motivation before I understood this. I would wait until I felt ready. I would wait until the conditions were right. I would wait until I had enough energy or enough clarity or enough certainty. And what I was actually doing was handing control of my output to an emotional state that was never going to show up on a schedule. The moment I stopped waiting to feel ready and started treating the work like brushing my teeth, non-negotiable, no decision required, just time to do it, everything shifted. Not immediately, not dramatically, but permanently. So here's exactly how you build discipline when motivation is nowhere to be found. First, shrink the starting action until resistance disappears completely. You're not writing the whole chapter, you're opening the document. You're not completing the workout, you're putting on your shoes. Second, remove the decision entirely. Decide in advance exactly when and where the behavior happens and treat it like a non-negotiable appointment. Third, measure the repetition, not the feeling. Motivation is a wave. It comes and it goes, and you can't control when it happens. Discipline is the boat, and once the boat is built, it moves with or without the wave. You were never waiting for motivation. You were waiting for permission to act without it. Consider this your